Today's decorating basic is spatula icing. And before you actually ice your cake for what you're going to decorate, you want to make sure that you put a crumb coating on top of your cake, because what that does is actually helps seal in the freshness and seal in the crumbs so that they're not going to get into your icing. Now I've already put some icing on top, and you're just going to bring it around. You want to make sure you start with enough icing because you don't want to pull your cake and you don't want to pull the crumbs into your icing. You can see I'm kind of pulling it out. Some people like to pull it in, but you just want to make sure that you get it all covered. Now, after we get it all covered, then we're going to start using our turntable to pull it around so that you can make it smooth. And I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to go ahead and go to my sides. And I like to use an angled spatula. There's also a flat spatula. I like to use the fatter spatula. And you're basically just going to be putting it on there. If you have a border, you don't have to worry about going all the way down to the bottom. But if you don't, then you want to make sure it does go all the way down to the bottom. And you can see I'm just kind of putting it on there. Keep getting more icing. Now, when you're icing your cake, you want to make sure that it's a thin consistency icing, because the thicker it is, the more that it actually pulls your cake. And that you don't want your cake being pulled because it's going to pull the crumbs off. So thin consistency icing is extremely important, as well as a good tool. So you can see I'm taking it slow because that's something you don't really want to hurry with. You don't want to be getting holes in your cake. Now, you could use, obviously because this is yellow, you automatically think of lemon. You could also, flavor it any color that you, any flavoring that you wanted to. You could use any color that you wanted. I kind of like yellow because it stands out. It just takes a little bit of time. And now let me show you, when you're actually angling your spatula to bring it around, that's what makes it smooth. So you're actually going to be pulling some icing off the cake as you go around, and that's what makes having a turntable very nice, so that it's actually turning. Now, if you still have trouble getting your icing smoothed out, because I've still got, some lines up here, you can actually take hot water. Put your spatula in hot water. I didn't completely finish it on this side, but put your spatula in your hot water, wipe it off with a towel, and then the heat that's left on your spatula will help you get rid of the marks or lines that you still have in your cake on top. Now, if you're going to be putting a whole lot on top, maybe a rosettes all across it, you really don't have to worry about it. But if you're wanting it smooth, there'll be less interruption of what your cake decoration is going to be if you have it smooth. So you just keep working with it, and that's spatula icing a cake.